Hello everybody, my name is Alex and welcome back to some more Pro Gamer Manager. We're on day 10 as we continue our quest to become a professional gamer by playing FOBA a lot. So, this is the third video that I will have uploaded in a row. And by will have, for you that is, I have, but for me it still will have, because the first one is, because as I do the narrate, like, I'm using the first one's ridiculously long upload time as a reason to do narrations for the second and third. Because I have to wait anyways before I can close all my internet tabs, and since I can't close the one with the upload, otherwise it won't work. But generally, you just know that that doesn't really matter. That was just a bit of an off note. So the whole not being able to play on this day, that's annoying. But it's good to get a bit of streaming done. That way we won't get negative money. And the way it works, from what I can tell, is the first time you get negative money, you're fine. The second time, you're not. That's game over. So, and since I didn't know this the first time round, we will go into negatives when we make a team. But it's, but for now, we're just fine. We can continue playing more FOBA. Because, yay! And, one thing that I noticed between this episode and the last episode, another update for Pro Gamer Manager has come out, and this time there are a lot of updates. So we're gonna try run through them relatively fast as we continue playing FOBA. And yay, we win! Now, I don't understand why, like, it doesn't explain it doesn't explain the top quote bits, because sometimes they don't make sense. For example, legendary farming on support, Kamoika, I probably horribly mispronounced that. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it's just, I don't but the part that baffles me the most is the whole support and farming. That is not something that typically, the support won't do much farming, with the exception of, and this isn't actually truly farming, it is that if you have a Callista ADC in Lake, then you'll have the support auto-attack minions. They still won't be getting the gold for it, but they'll be auto-attacking the minions to get off the second proc of Callista's, I want to say it's her E's passive, though it might be her W or Q. I can't remember which it is. But either way, it makes it really easy for supports to secure last hits for their ADC, which is pretty nice. And following up a win with a loss. Okay, but as I said, we're going to go over the update notes. So, choose your own personality when creating a new gamer. That's nice, very good, I like that. It means that you'll get to decide exactly what you I'm assuming that it means, like, do you want to be a duelist, do you want to be a team captain, that kind of thing. We're just gonna pick, what are we gonna go with? I don't know what we're gonna go with here. Can't remember. Which specialty are we gonna go with? We're gonna go with, oh gosh, I missed the name of that one. But yeah, sometimes when you choose a specialty, you'll get a chance to pick 2 specialties, which is nice. That's pretty nice. But, so yeah, get to choose your personalities, and those will affect your mental stats and hidden stats, which is the next note. Mental personality affects mental stats and hidden stats. What that means, mental stats being, that's like, I like the fact that it affects your mental stats, because really right now it kind of feels like your mental stats are, you just have to grind it out, and you'll eventually get your role, like your role stats and mental stats to anywhere even within a mile of your gamer stats, and that's only if you play to the max level of gamer stats and then still continue not going pro. And another defeat, that's a bit annoying, but we can get past it. So let's see the next one. Hidden perks available for each personality. I kind of figured that would be the case. It does make sense, and I do like that. But what I don't like is the fact that it's hidden. They should say, I feel like it should say, this is what it affects. This is what it causes. This, like, it will do this. Let's see. General happiness and rage/attitude affects all actions. This just generally makes sense. It does make a lot of sense for, like, if you're pissed, you can't just simply, stream and have it lower. Like, what I'm thinking is that it sounds like to me that things will take either more energy when you're streaming, when you're angry, or that it'll affect how much you earn, like, for streaming or something like that. But that sounds like a nice change, but I really don't entirely understand what it is. Okay, some personalities work better with certain playstyles. This generally makes sense. You don't want to have a team captain who's a duelist. That does not make sense. Because the team captain not team captain, that's a bad one. I don't think that even is what they call a position. That's more like that's probably either a personality or isn't, or is just on the team decision, like on the team screen, like on this team strategy screen. But like, you don't want an initiator who's a duelist, is kind of what I'm saying. Because that just doesn't make sense. Okay. Team squad available in career showing team members. That makes sense. Although I'm not sure what that means. Team tactics available in showing current tactic. Team tactics available in career showing current tactic. What I think these two refer to is is if you're doing a solo career, and not being the captain of your team. So let's see. What's the next one? League standings for current competition added in FOBA news. Makes sense, but what FOBA news is, I'm still a bit confused on. I'm guessing that's the little folder at the top right corner. So, yeah, that's. But it's a nice overall to be able to actually have the other teams be not just empty entities, but actual teams with real players. And we'll get into a bit more of that as we go through the notes. League top players available in FOBA news. That, just like the other, that actually helps in terms of recruiting and such. It'll help you for recruiting. One of the what I think the team standings for current thing, that actually does come along with a separate bonus of it fixes a little glitch I found in the game. Previously, when you saved and exited on the after the last game of a league, if you then tried to reload the game, no matter how many days you waited, the league would not start up again. It wouldn't restart, you'd just be stuck forever with your, not being able to play. and that kind of ruins the whole point of things. And it's not very fun. And I'm guessing this will actually fix that. Okay. So our next update is scout opponents' rosters and tactics. This makes sense. I like this decision. As I said, it makes the enemy teams seem less like random entities that are just there. They're just names. They don't have any specific players on them or anything. They just... No, now they seem like they're actual teams that it really exist with you. Like with your team and your player. Okay. MVP of the week, showing top player each week for your league. Makes sense. That's another thing for... They're not... Like, this one isn't just enemies, though. This one is more like all the players are now real players. Your teammates aren't just things you can push around. Like, they're not like... They actually have a sense of purpose. Most kills of the week added in league top players. Most assists of the week added in league top players. Best gold per minute added in league top players. Most first blood added in league top players. That whole list. Again, what I've been saying. The players are actual players. They're not just names. They're more than that. They actually have stats behind them. And also, what was it for the MVP? And that, along with the MVP, that means that you actually now have, like, it kind of, what was it? It kind of makes the rating of your teammates a bit more important, because you will see this, like I've actually played through games where you can make it all the way to Amateur League 2 with players with a rating of 30. It's a bit ridiculous. Like, these players only have a rating of 30. They should barely make it. They should barely be staying afloat in Amateur League 4 is what it kind of seems like it should be. But here they are in Amateur League 2 after winning Amateur League 3. And yeah, we're choosing another main champion to main. Yeah. And I'm just generally liking every update they make to the game, it seems. Okay, where were we? New hidden star rating levels added for players with top 20 KDA. I'm not sure what that means. I'm guessing that has something to do with, like, it, oh yeah, okay, now I think I figured it out. Star rating is in how popular the player is, so the higher your KDA is, the more popular you will get as a character. So, yeah, I'm assuming what that means. I don't think I'm gonna get to all of the updates, since all the update materials, since there's a whole lot of it. But we'll talk about it for the rest of this episode, and probably next episode as well. We'll pick up where we left off. So, yes, where were we? Okay. Hidden stats added for players displayed in league top players. I mean, it'd be a bit clearer what they mean by that if they said what stats, but since they're hidden, that's the problem with this game. A lot of my biggest problem with the game is that so many stats are hidden that I don't know what's efficient. It feels like part of the game is running through blind. Like, the game is meant to be played multiple times. You have to run through blind, learn what you're doing, and then your second run you'll know what's happening. And that really does feel like what it is, especially when you consider the fact that when you get game overed, it'll say, like, you can reload your save, or at least you could in the initial game. They might edit that, like, they might make a patch for that later. But the only way to do that is to completely exit the game and then reopen it. The only other way, like, the options it says are like the option it gives you after you get game over are to start over from K0, or you have to completely exit the game. That's really your only options. And looking at the amount of time left, it seems like this will be our last game, last FOBA game before the episode ends. And so we're gonna go over one last bullet point. Okay. Team symbols, team icons, and team logos available for teams. Yes, please. Absolutely amazing. Like, nice. That really, again, they're not just empty entities. They actually have a purpose. Like, they have a purpose. They exist. They're more than just hollow shells of actual teams. And so now we're at the end of the episode. So if you enjoyed it, then remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And thank you for watching. And, well, wait a second. And, well, goodbye.